In 1965, the world looked at Singapore with great doubt. The tiny island nation had just been thrust into independence. It was a sudden and painful separation from Malaysia. The future looked incredibly bleak. Singapore had no natural resources to speak of. There was no oil, no timber, no vast farmlands. It was a small port city surrounded by larger, often unfriendly neighbors. Its people were a mix of immigrants from different backgrounds, and divisions were a serious threat to its fragile existence. High unemployment plagued the population, and housing was poor and overcrowded. Few believed this new country could survive, let alone prosper. The architect of its improbable survival was its first prime minister, Lee Kuan Yew. He was a man of immense vision and unyielding will. He understood that for Singapore to succeed, it needed a radical new approach. His leadership was defined by pragmatism, not ideology. He believed in a strong, centralized government that could make tough decisions for the long term. His first and most critical task was to build a system that was clean, efficient, and completely free from corruption. This became the bedrock upon which everything else would be built. A trustworthy government was not a luxury. It was a necessity for survival. Lee Kuan Yew and his team established a system where merit, not connections, determined success. They enforced strict laws against corruption, making it a high-risk, low-reward crime. This created a level playing field that was almost unheard of in the region at that time. Public officials were held to the highest standards of integrity. The government focused on delivering results for its citizens: clean water, reliable electricity, and safe streets. This focus on good governance created stability and predictability. It sent a powerful message to the world that Singapore was a serious and dependable place. This foundation of order and efficiency was crucial. Without it, none of the economic miracles that followed would have been possible. In a world often marked by chaos and uncertainty, Singapore began to carve out a reputation for being different. It was a place where things simply worked. This reliability was its first and most important asset. It was a brand built not on marketing slogans, but on tangible results. The leadership understood that trust was the nation's most precious currency, both at home and abroad. They guarded it fiercely, knowing that their very future depended on it. With a stable government in place, Singapore turned its attention to the economy. The strategy was clear and direct. Make Singapore the most attractive place in the world for business. The government rolled out a series of pro-business policies designed to attract foreign investment. Corporate taxes were kept low to encourage companies to set up their regional headquarters on the island. They created a simple and efficient legal framework, making it easy for businesses to operate. The message was simple: come to Singapore, and we will help you succeed. This open-door policy was a bold move in an era when many developing nations were wary of foreign influence. A key part of this strategy was leveraging Singapore's greatest natural asset, its strategic location. Situated at the crossroads of major shipping lanes, its port was its lifeline. The government invested heavily in expanding and modernizing the port facilities. They turned it into one of the most efficient and busiest ports in the world. Goods could be loaded, unloaded, and transferred with remarkable speed. This logistical excellence made Singapore an indispensable node in the global supply chain. It became the critical link between the East and the West, a role it continues to play with unmatched proficiency to this day. Foreign companies responded enthusiastically to these initiatives. Major multinational corporations from America, Europe, and Japan flocked to Singapore. They brought with them capital, technology, and valuable expertise. This influx of foreign investment created thousands of jobs for Singaporeans. It helped to transform the economy from one based on simple trade to one driven by advanced manufacturing and services. The government worked closely with these companies, ensuring they had the skilled workforce and infrastructure they needed. This symbiotic relationship between the state and private enterprise became a hallmark of the Singaporean model. To support this rapid industrialization, Singapore knew it needed a well-educated population. The government poured resources into building a world-class education system. The focus was on practical skills like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. English was established as the common language of business and administration, which helped to unify the diverse population and connect Singapore to the global economy. At the same time, strong laws and effective policing made Singapore one of the safest countries on Earth. This combination of a skilled workforce and a secure environment made the nation an even more compelling destination for businesses and their employees. As Singapore's economy grew, so did its ambitions for its physical environment. The leadership envisioned a modern, livable city that would stand out from other crowded urban centers. A critical piece of this vision was Changi Airport. It was designed not just as a place for planes to land and take off, but as a destination in itself. From its opening, it set new standards for efficiency, comfort, and passenger experience. With its beautiful gardens, shopping, and entertainment, Changi became a symbol of Singapore's commitment to excellence. It consistently ranks as the world's best airport, serving as a powerful gateway to the nation and the region. Urban planning was executed with meticulous, long-term vision. The government understood that a world-class city needed more than just skyscrapers. It needed to be clean, green, and easy to navigate. They developed a highly efficient public transport system, centered on the Mass Rapid Transit, or MRT network. This made it possible to move around the city quickly and affordably, reducing reliance on cars and easing traffic congestion. The planners also carefully integrated green spaces throughout the city. Despite its high population density, Singapore became known as a garden city, with parks, trees, and nature reserves woven into the urban fabric. This forward-thinking approach has evolved into the Smart Nation initiative. Singapore is now a leader in using technology to improve urban life. Sensors are used to manage traffic flow, monitor water quality, and improve energy efficiency. The government has embraced digital services, making it easier for citizens to interact with public agencies. From digital payments to telemedicine, technology is being used to make the city more responsive and convenient for its residents. This commitment to innovation ensures that Singapore's infrastructure remains ahead of the curve, ready to meet the challenges of the future. This focus on creating a high-quality living environment was not just for show. It was a core part of the economic strategy. A beautiful, safe, and efficient city helps to attract and retain top talent from around the world. When global executives decide where to place their regional headquarters, the quality of life for their employees is a major factor. Singapore's clean air, lush parks, excellent schools, and safe streets make it a highly desirable place to live and work. The city itself has become one of its most powerful competitive advantages in the global race for talent and investment. By the turn of the century, Singapore had successfully cemented its status as a premier global hub. Building on its foundation of political stability, rule of law, and a skilled workforce, it became a leading international financial center. Global banks, asset managers, and insurance companies established major operations here. They were drawn by the stable regulatory environment and its strategic position as a gateway to Asia's fast-growing markets. Singapore became a trusted place to manage wealth and conduct complex financial transactions, rivaling established centers like London, New York, and Switzerland. In recent years, Singapore has aggressively pivoted towards the industries of the future. It is now a thriving technology and innovation hub. The government actively encourages startups and invests in research and development in fields like artificial intelligence, biomedical sciences, and financial technology, or fintech. Global tech giants have made Singapore their regional base, attracted by the pool of talent and the strong intellectual property protection. The city-state is now a dynamic ecosystem where new ideas are born and scaled, positioning it at the forefront of the new global economy. Throughout its journey, Singapore has deftly navigated a complex and often turbulent world. It has maintained a policy of neutrality and has built strong relationships with all major global powers, including the United States and China. This allows it to be a trusted intermediary and a stable anchor in a volatile region. During global crises, from financial meltdowns to pandemics, Singapore has demonstrated remarkable resilience. Its government's ability to plan for the long term and respond decisively to challenges has reinforced its reputation as a safe harbor. This political stability is a key reason for its continued success. Today, on its 60th anniversary of independence in 2025, Singapore stands as a testament to the power of vision, pragmatism, and good governance. It has transformed itself from a struggling port with an uncertain future into a prosperous, innovative, and respected global leader. Its journey from the third world to the first in a single generation offers powerful lessons for other nations. Singapore has shown the world that with a clear strategy, a commitment to excellence, and an incorruptible system, even a small nation with no resources can achieve extraordinary things. It remains a model of what is possible.